are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. He finds Corey Davis. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Deshawn Watson, when you think about the toughest quarterbacks in the league to game plan against, he's got to be in your top 5, does he not?
And when you talk about game planning, putting him in the top 5, that's an easy call because he can make every throw. That's not an issue at all. He has great touch delivering the football, but that mobility,
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Corey Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue, just make sure you feed me the football? And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. Well, big plays have been somewhat absent for him in recent weeks, but here's one for his first catch of the game.
Yeah, we've heard the grumblings that he feels like he's not getting the ball enough, not getting a chance to make big plays, the ones that he's capable of making. Well, how about that? A big play early. Maybe that'll get him re-energized, and he'll look to make more of those as this game goes on.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tutu Atwell. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here is the kick. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Here's Watson. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that'll be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
On first down, Watson eluding the pressure right. He's got the first down inside the 10. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 19 on the last play, 19 more here, and another first down. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
operating from the red zone now. Allen. That's out to the flat for Akers. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Jacoby Myers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. Wiggles free. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Yes, sir. Leonard Fournette has a well-deserved reputation as a physical, powerful runner. He's going to drop his shoulder and run over people time and time again. I think he uses it to his advantage, though. How about that last run? Set him up, looked like he's going to drop the hammer, but gave a little wiggle, a little shake. And what did he do, partner?
Left the defender right there in his wake. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Watson off play action. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on 3rd and goal. Fournette. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Flush to his right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougald. And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Allen. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big play there for KC.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock. But now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Allen. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Allen now looks to throw. He'll dump this off to Akers. Akers has got the 1st down and then some. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Bryson Hopkins, as the 1st half is winding down. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. Rolling to his right. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this 1st half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. The sack will push him back only a couple yards, but certainly not what they were hoping for on first and goal. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Allen going to throw. Being chased out left. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Cam Akers hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. It's complete. It's Miller. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth. Watson. Catch is made by Hardman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Faking the give. Now Watson. Going deep this time for Miller. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 44. 64 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. On on 1st and 10. Watson. He'll check this one off to Fournette. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Chiefs' 14-yard line.
Again, it's Fournette. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Noah Fant, his 11th touchdown of the year. And Washington has made this a one-score game. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance. Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. To the air, Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Allen. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Washington on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Flush to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Allen. Open man is Myers. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 111 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Allen to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Here's a give to Fournette. Fournette is in trouble, and he goes down to the end zone. 2 points, that's a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Allen going to give this one to Cam Akers. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Flushed out right. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for KC. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Allen. He's got it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now a first down throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check safety, check safety.
A handoff to Fournette. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Watson off play action. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. Now, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Chiefs' 38-yard line.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
17. Single.
One last throw here for Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence to